to hold it really to the mouth, so the sister can able to hear you.
الثانية أن الله لا يرضى أن يشرك معه أحد في عبادته لا ملك مقرب ولا نبي مرسل والدليل قوله تعالى
Please ask me just the English, leave the Arabic, only the Quran if you want to recite.
Second, that Allah is not pleased that anyone be associated with him in worshipping him, not a near angel nor a sent prophet. And the evidence is his statement, subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Now the Quran is the Arabic.
وأن المساجد لله فلا تدعوا مع الله أحدا.
Correct.
And the masajid are for Allah alone, so do not supplicate to anyone along with Allah.
Sorry. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وعلى من تبع هداهم إلى يوم الدين. Just asking before I start, you got anybody my mobile? Your mobile. The mobile, please, is mine. It's a black one. Oh. No, it's not. Can you just have the back?
Careful.
It's with me. There it is. Alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah. طيب. For verily, tonight is the 6th of Jumada al-Akhirah, the year 1440. And we are discussing the second matter in the second subject of the introduction. As we have divided the introduction to 3 subjects. We finished the first subject with its 6 matters. Then we done the second subject. This is the second subject in the introduction. And in the introduction here, we are having also matters. So this is the first matter we have discussed, and then we're coming to the second matter, the second subject in the introduction, and that is because, and let me start as well what the author, so you could really link you with it. So the Shiekh Muhammad rahimahullah, he says, knows that you as a Muslim, male or female, must upon you to learn 3 matters. This is the second, remember, the second topic in that introduction says that you have to learn 3 matters. The first matter, that Allah created us and Allah gave us sustenance and He did not leave us just like that, and He did send us a prophet, a messenger. He who obeyed Him, then He will enter paradise. He who disobeyed Him will enter the hell. That's the first matter of, that is the second subject of the introduction. Second one today, the second one, in the still the second subject, the second matter that you should learn as a Muslim male or female is that Subhanahu wa ta'ala will not accept that any person to associate anything in his worship. Anything that you do which has the ibadah implemented into it, then this ibadah has to be solely to whom? To Allah. Anything that has got ibadah in it. So if it's not ibadah, it's no problem. So if it's like you want to share a book, no problem. Me and you share a book. We could have about 5, 6 partners in the book. You could have 6 partners in the laptop. I could have 6 people own the car. No problem. Make shirk as much as you want in the car. But when something's got ibadah in it, then it cannot be except to the Almighty Subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the biggest crisis that will take place on the face of the earth is the shirk. And that is associating something or someone with the deity, with Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is the greatest of all dhulm, is the worst that the person can do, where very the opposite of that, the tawheed, is the most just of the just. So any sin below the shirk will be forgiven, and under the forgiveness of Allah, even as far as fornication, as far as drinking alcohol, all of that can be forgiven from the first time. That means if you're going to be punished for it, you're going to get out of the hellfire to the paradise. And you could be forgiven from the first time. No problem about that. But what is shirk? No. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, قُلْ يَا عِبَادِيَ الَّذِينَ أَسْرَفُوا عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ لَا تَقْنَطُوا مِنْ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ. Oh, my slaves, whom you are my slave, the slaves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who had done wrongs, sins, do not be in despair from the merciful. إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَغْفِرُ الذُّنُوبَ جَمِيعًا. Allah forgives all sins. All sins here, including shirk akbar if you repent from it. But it does not include shirk akbar if you don't repent from it. So you fornicated, you did not repent, still Allah, even if you want to punish you, He will punish you, but you will be taken out of the fire. He might be forgiving you, even if you did not repent from the first time, because you came with tawheed. But if you have repented, then even including the shirk akbar, it will be accepted. So this is the sin which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَغْفِرُ وَيُشْرَكَ بِهِ وَيَغْفِرُ مَا دُونَ ذَلِكَ لِمَن يَشَاءُ. Allah does not forgive anything which is to do with the shirk, but He forgives anything which is below that. إِنَّهُ مَن يُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ فَقَدْ حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ الْجَنَّةَ وَمَأْوَاهُ النَّارُ وَمَا لِلظَّالِمِينَ مِنْ أَنصَارٍ. That is, he who does shirk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah Azza wa Jalla haram, the Jannah will be upon him, haram, and his abode will be the hellfire. He had even directed His words, the Almighty, to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَلَقَدْ أُوحِيَ إِلَيْكَ وَإِلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكَ لَئِنْ أَشْرَكْتَ لَيَحْبَطَنَّ عَمَلُكَ. That is being revealed to you and to the prophets before you. If you do shirk, your deeds will be invalidated. وَلَتَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ, and you'll be among the losers. بَلِ اللَّهَ فَاعْبُدْ وَكُن مِنَ الشَّاكِرِينَ. But only Allah worship, that's monotheism. قُلْ إِنَّ صَلَاتِي وَنُسُكِي وَمَحْيَايَ وَمَمَاتِي لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. That is, say to them, O Muhammad, my salah, my prayers, my dua, my nusuk, my slaughtering, my living and my death is only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. La sharika lah. There's no partner for Him. بِذَلِكَ أُمِرْ وَبِذَلِكَ أُمِرْ. And by this I've been commanded. وَأَنَا أَوَّلُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. And I'm the first one to adhere to this command. So it is clear verses that is Allah Azza wa Jal does not accept at all for a person to commit shirk with Him. He will accept to forgive even the major sins. So, Ya bunay, la tushrik billah. That's what Luqman said to his son. That is, O son, do not associate anything with Allah. Inna shirka la dhulmun azim. Verily, shirk is greatest of all dhulm. Dhulmun azim. A shirk is of two types, and each type has got two types. Shirk, have a major or minor. A major is a two-type, open and hidden. And for the minor, it's open and hidden. Some of the scholars divide it into three categories like this: shirk major, shirk minor, and shirk hidden. What is this difference between this category and this category? The first category, when I said shirk akbar, shirk asghar, that's it. And shirk akbar is divided into, that is open and hidden. And the other one, shirk asghar, open and hidden. Meaning, shirk al-akbar, like for example, you make a god beside Allah Azza wa Jalla. You are slaughtering to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that is open shirk. That is, you're making shirk akbar openly. And shirk akbar, which is hiddenly, is that the person who, in his heart, he is actually upholding the shirk inside himself. He is hating the Islam. He likes to be shirk, but in the front, he is like showing that he's Islam. That's hidden shirk. And that is as well major shirk, but it is hidden. It is not enclosed. It is disclosed. It is enclosed. And the minor shirk is the shirk which is not major. Person making an oath by other than Allah, but he believes Allah is the greatest, but he says by other than Allah. At the same time, that he's not making the other than Allah equal to Allah or above Allah. No, but this is we call it shirk lahd. Always they say it in this tongue, by the life of my father. As maybe you're not Arab, you don't understand. It's an expression, well known. We have learned it when we were kids. By my father's life, my mother's life, something like we just, and that is definitely we don't know, and we didn't know at that time, and we didn't mean to make our father and mother equal to Allah. No way. But this is like something on the tongue. Okay, so right? So all of that is to be shirk asghar, open. Whereas the other one, which is the hidden, is like the riya. You're doing something, on the face of it, it looks good, but actually you want the pleasure of people. So people look at you. That's called what? Shirk asghar. But it is hidden. It is not disclosed. Do you understand that? When the other categorization of the scholars, like shirk akbar, shirk asghar, hidden shirk, they know shirk, they mean shirk akbar, whether it is the open or the hidden, and shirk asghar, which is the open only. And the hidden one, that means with it a riya, and that is little riya. So that's how the categorization of the scholars regarding this issue. Shirk al-akbar, it will not be forgiven, and that is to take a deity with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You love that deity just like love Allah azza wa jalla. Or you love even that deity more than you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even you don't have. Some of them even worse. They love their deity and they hate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the worst. So to make a deity, to love that deity, and love Allah at the same time, strong, but still that's shirk akbar. To love the deity and not to love Allah, that's even worse. But the worst is to love the deity and hate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or the shirk akbar. And the Prophet ﷺ had talked about the virtues of tawheed, which is the opposite of the shirk al-akbar. When a man came to the Prophet ﷺ, said, Mal mujibatan, what are the ones that will entail something which is a must? So he said, Man laqiya Allah la yushriku bihi shay'an dakhala al-jannah. He who meets Allah, associating nothing in his worship, he will enter paradise. وَمَنْ لَقِيَ اللَّهِ, and he who meets Allah, associating something with him, then he will enter the hellfire. وين المروة؟ سرقوها؟ باعوها. طيب. Anas radiallahu anhu, he said that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Anas radiallahu anhu, he said, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, Allah azza wa jal said, which is a hadith Qudsi, Ya ibn Adam, O son of Adam, ma da'awtani, as long as you call upon me, wa rajawtani, and you have begged me, فَغَفَرْتُ لَكَ عَلَى مَا كَانَ مِنْكَ, I will forgive for you regardless of what you came up with. وَلَا أُبَالِي, and it will not affect me. يا ابن آدم, O son of Adam, لو بلغت ذنوبك عنان السماء, if your sins is to reach as high as the heaven and the clouds, ثم استغفرتني, then you have sought my forgiveness. غفرت لك على ما كان منك ولا أبالي, I would have forgiven for you regardless of what you came up with, and it will not affect me. يا ابن آدم, لو أتيتني بقراب الدنيا خطايا, O son of Adam, you came to me with the earth filled with sin, like whatever you want. لا تشرك به شيئا. That's the key. That's the key point. Do not associate anything. So any sin apart from shirk. لا أتيتك بقرابها مغفرة. I would come to you with the earth filled with forgiveness. And that hadith as well is authentic. Abu Hurairah, right to the Prophet ﷺ, he said, إن الله سبحانه وتعالى سيخلص رجلا على رؤوس الخلائق يوم القيامة. Allah will help someone on the day of resurrection in front of everybody. This person, he has so many evil deeds, filling up 99 records, scrolls as far as he can, as far as he sees. And Allah Azza will ask that person, were you wronged? Did my angel were not just with you? Did they record only the sin? Did not they record the hasanat? He said, no bro, they were just with me. Okay, do you have any hasanah? You could scan the room. No hasanah, oh Lord. Are you sure there's no hasanah? Do you deny anything of that sin? He looks at them, scans him. I don't deny anything of that. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you have a hasanah. So Lord, he said, I'm going to have a hasanah. He said, no, you have a hasanah. There's no injustice or injustice going to be upon you. So he looks there, and there's a car being brought by the angel. A little car. Just says, La ilaha illallah. Now he has looked at it physically wise, weight wise, that car is not going to do anything with those scrolls. No way, that little car has got one hasanah, and those scrolls has got as far as they can see from the sayyi'at and the evil deeds. So he said, what is that kind of car they're going to do with those scrolls? So asking Allah Azza wa Jalla, he said, La dhulma alayka al-yawm. There is no oppression, injustice going to be done upon you today. This is the day of justice. Uhdhur waznak. Go and see the weight of yours. So there will be a scale with 2 pans, 1 pan on the side and this pan on the side, In one pound there will be the scroll, which is the 99, and also there will be the weight of every single evil deed which was in that scroll, as well in that pound of the scale, and your evil which is in your heart in that scale. And under the scale, under the pound of the scale, there will be that card, and also whatever that La ilaha illallah weighs as well, and that is whatever is in your heart from Iman, you will be weighed as well. The key point is the weight of the what? Of the kalima. The weight of the kalima. How much is that weight? Because he knows he's not going to defeat all these 99 scrolls. But that weight of he didn't know, that weight is really heavy. Soon as he have that weight of that La ilaha illallah will go down and the other one will go up, meaning La ilaha illallah is heavier. So the Tawheed is the Iman. And the Iman is of the tongue, starts with the heart, the tongue, and the limbs. Heart is the base for that Iman. There's no Iman without the heart. But that heart has to translate that Iman which is inside it by saying the kalima, La ilaha illallah. And also, that Iman which is in the heart has to be shown onto the limbs. So it's not La ilaha illallah, a word that you say like a parrot with your lips that we're going to say. No, actually it is more than that. As for the shirk al-asghar, is the shirk which unfortunately is the enemy of those people who are pious. This is the one that the pious people fall into it without them knowing. They do something, an action or something, and actually there is a part of their action which is an ibadah to other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this person, he is actually keen so that the people know what he's doing. The Husayn ibn Abdul Rahman, when he was in front of his teacher, and he was basically, his teacher was asking who had seen the shooting star last night. He wants to teach his students. Who has seen the shooting star last night? So this person, amongst all the students, he said, yes, me. Now, a shooting star cannot be seen except late night. What is the person going to do late night in those times? I mean, there's no TV to watch to keep you up. As soon as there's no light, you sleep. So it must be either that, it's very something that agonized you, you couldn't really sleep, or that you've been praying. And most likely, the people think that you would be what? Praying. So he said, I saw the shooting star. Nobody has seen it except for him. He said, I saw it, and of course the teacher. So I saw it, but I was not in a prayer. Nobody asked him, were you in a prayer or not? Nobody had asked him. Nobody had asked him. But he knows it will jump on the mind of the listeners. He must be doing his qiyam, mashallah. That's why he saw the shooting star. Just to protect his tawheed, to protect his ibadah. I was not in the salah. But I was stung with a scorpion. And you stung with a scorpion, you said, keep all night moaning, never mind sleep. You're not going to sleep at all. You're stung with a scorpion. So the person needs to protect his tawheed. He needs to protect his deeds. If you were there, the teacher was asking, who has seen the shooting star last night? Me, and I was my third rak'ah of my qiyam.
Nigerian.
You're not going to be quiet. Some people say, yeah, I saw it. You look at these people looking at him, mashallah, all night qiyam. Prophet ﷺ, he said, Allah Azza wa Jal said, أَنَا أَغْنَى الشُّرَكَاءِ عَنِ الشِّرْكِ. I am the most sufficient, Allah says, from anything that I be associated with. You cannot associate me in anything. You cannot make me a partner to anything. فَمَنْ عَمِلَ عَمَلًا أَشْرَكَ فِيهِ غَيْرِ تَرَكْتُهُ وَشِرْكَهُ. If any person did an action and deed of ibadah, and he had made somebody else as an associate with me, I had left him and his, what he had made an associate with me. So, basically, it is very important to know, any person who had done ibadah, somehow he had shared someone, reputation-wise, or whatever it is, the pleasure of people, then his ibadah will be invalidated. And not only that, you will be punished in this dunya before the akhirah. The punishment is dunya, Allah Azza wa Jal will expose you to the people.
Subhanallah.
Prophet ﷺ, he said, he man sam'a sam'a Allahu bih, wa man ra'a ra'a Allahu bih. Who wants people to hear about him and about his ibadah, Allah will make people to hear about what he is in reality. And whom he wants people to know and see what he's doing, Allah will make people really what he is doing. So it exposes you in front of the people. And that's a very principle which is being approved and being as well authenticated shar'an wa qadar, meaning that you could see it with your own eyes. That Allah will treat you the opposite of your intention. You wanted this, so Allah will give you the opposite of that. So you wanted to show that you are a worshipper, Allah exposed you. And He showed that you are not a real, genuine worshipper. So He will make your hidden secrets open to the people. Before you die, repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, إِنَّ أَخْوَفَ مَا أَخَافُ عَلَيْكُمُ الشِّرْكُ. Very الشirk al-asghar. The most thing that I fear upon you is the minor shirk. Messenger of Allah. What is the minor shirk? He says, riya, showing off. If you have done a deed for the sake of Allah, then after that, people have praised you. Or you have the intention as well, you know that you're going to do a good deed, and you know that you're going to be praised for it. But you're not intending the praise, you're intending the pleasure. But you know, like for example, you are a good reciter. You know if you did a very nice recitation, very good, you know that the people are going to say, MashaAllah. You know that. That's not real. What's the proof for that? 2 hadiths. Hadith number 1, which is Abu Musa al-Ash'ari radiallahu. One day he was reciting the Quran. Abu Musa al-Ash'ari is known to his very nice melodies. Not melody one, melodies. So Prophet Allah passes by him and he hears his recitation. So after he hears it, he said, MashaAllah, you have been given a melody from the melodies of Dawood. You know Dawood used to recite the birds and everything, he used to recite with him. Sing. It's beautiful. Just like Yusuf said, the most beautiful in his face, he's got the most beautiful what? Voice. He should sing with him. Say, you got melodies from the melodies of Dawood. Now, Prophet of Allah didn't hear Dawood alayhi salam, but this is a revelation. So he said, verily, Messenger of Allah, if I knew that you were listening, I will not even do better for you. I would have really sang it properly, even, the Quran. So this is his normal one, but if I knew that you were around, so was that riyah? I'm asking. If he knew that the Prophet, was it riyah? No. He wants the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but he wants to make it better. So you know that the people are going to praise you. And the second hadith, which is hadith that is a knockout, which is the hadith that is to that intention, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was asked, Messenger of Allah, a person doing a good deed, and he intends the pleasure of Allah, people start praising him for that. Is that what is happening? What is the rule for this? He said, Tilka ajilu bushra al-mu'min. This is the bushra, the glad tidings, which has been hastened to the believer before the day of resurrection. You're going to get this in this dunya, that people praise you, people talk about it, love you for that. قُلْ بِفَضْلِ اللَّهِ وَبِرَحْمَتِهِ فَبِذَلِكَ فَلْيَفْرَحُوا. Say to them, Muhammad, بِفَضْلِ اللَّهِ, and that is with the bounties of Allah, with the grace of Allah, and with His mercy, let them rejoice. It is better than the dunya which they gather for it. So if you have made an action that you are intending the pleasure of Allah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had put that praise on the tongue of other people for you, don't worry, brother. Don't worry for that. For verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ سَيَجْعَلُ لَهُمُ الرَّحْمَنُ وُدًّا. Allah Azza wa Jal, Ar-Rahman, He will make those people who are believers and do righteous good deeds be loved by other people. He will put the love for them, a love in the earth. The people will love them. So Abdullah ibn Abbas, he said regarding this verse, he said that means that the people will love them. Now he says people here, not any people, only the believers. Because the disbelievers, I mean, the more mu'min you are, they will not going to like you. It's only the believers who will love you. So the disbelievers will not like you. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ أَجْرَمُوا كَانُوا مِنَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا يَضْحَكُونَ وَإِذَا مَرُّوا بِهِمْ يَتَغَامَزُونَ. The ones who are evildoers and wicked, then they are always mocking and bullying those people who are believers. When they pass by, then they start winking one another. So, الشرك نوعان. Shirk is to be two parts: akbar wa asghar, major and minor. Right, now, finally we come to the second, and that is third point.
Third, that whoever obeys the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam and singles out Allah in worship, it is not permissible to him to have allegiance to those who oppose Allah and His Messenger, even if they are his closest relatives. And the evidence is the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala: لا تجد قوما يؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر يوادون من حاد الله ورسوله ولو كانوا آباءهم أو أبناءهم أو إخوانهم أو عشيرتهم أو إخوانهم أو عشيرتهم أولئك كتب في قلوبهم الإيمان وأيدهم بروح منه ويدخلهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه أولئك حزب الله ألا إن حزب الله هم المفلحون.
Can you repeat the issue without the verse? Is third issue? Okay. So it's just to link it to the verse.
Whoever obeys the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam and singles out Allah in worship, it is not permissible for him to have allegiance to those who oppose Allah and His Messenger, even if they are his closest relatives, and the evidence is.
Right, allegiance. In Arabic we say muwala. That's the word allegiance, he says, not muwala. This is one of the great issues in Islam, and one of the great principles, which we call it al-wala' wal-bara'. Wala' wal-bara' means the love and the hate. The love to the Iman, to the Muslims and the Islam, to the mu'min and the Iman, that means to the Islam and to the people of Islam, to the Iman and the people of Iman, and the hatred for kufr and the people of kufr, and the hatred of shirk and the people of shirk, the hatred of nifaq and the people of nifaq. That's called al-wala' wal-bara', and that's here is the issue of the muwala. Al-wala' wal-bara', we have to understand that properly in order to make sure that we don't really fall into what the takfiri people fall into. Takfiri people, from this gate, they enter takfir. So, for example, they see one of the presidents of the Muslim countries, he is shaking the hand of a non-Muslim, or he is smiling to him, laughing to him, he is hugging him, he is coming to him, and all of that. They put him to the category of this is khalas, kufr akbar, he is a taghut. Taghut, that means we have to kill him. And those people who are around him, they must be as well, that is, saying what he's saying. So they are tawaghit, let's kill them as well. And the families of those people who are around him, they must be accepting what their husbands are doing. So they are tawaghits as well. So the whole society becomes tawaghit because of one issue. And that is called wala' wal-bara', so we have to understand it properly. Right. Now, al-wala' wal-bara'. Hub, that is, they call it muwala', they call it wala' wal-bara', they call it al-hub wal-bughd fillah. Hub, al-bughd. If the person understands the difference between this verse and the verse which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, إِلَّا وَمَنْ يَتَوَلَّهُمْ مِنْكُمْ فَإِنَّهُ مِنْهُمْ. وَمَنْ يَتَوَلَّهُمْ مِنْكُمْ, he who does take the kuffar tawalli, then he is from them. So, there's a tawalli and there is not tawalli. What is tawalli and it's not? That is, let's ask that. Tawalli, وَمَنْ يَتَوَلَّهُمْ مِنْكُمْ, Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 51, by the way. At-tawalli is you love the shirk and the mushrikeen. You love the shirk and the mushrikeen. You understand? Or you love the mushrikeen even if you don't love the shirk, you love the mushrikeen to prevail, to win against the mu'mineen, because you want the shirk to be the upper hand. Again, tawalli, you love what? The shirk and the mushrikeen. Or you love the shirk without the mushrikeen. The third issue, you love the mushrikeen to defeat the mu'mineen for the sake of the shirk will prevail. Do you understand that? Maybe you don't like the shirk. You don't like the kufr. You don't like, for example, cow worshipping. You don't like it. But you like those people who worship the cow to defeat the Muslims in order to be that the cow worshipping prevail upon the Islam, even though you don't like cow worshipping. Does that understand? No. That's called tawalli. This is kufr akbar, shirk akbar. As the second one, which we call it muwalah. Muwalah is a person who loves the mushrik, not the shirk, for the dunya, not for his shirk. Do you understand that? He loves the mushrik for the dunya. Maybe because he's got position, maybe because he's he's a president. He loves him for not for his shirk, for the dunya matters. So if that person loves that person for the sake of the dunya, then it is major sin. It is not what? Shirk akbar. Okay? It's a major sin. It is not good. So this verse that we have just now talked about. لا تجد قوما يؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر يودون من حاد الله ورسوله. You don't find people who are believing in Allah and the last day. يودون. يودون means what? To build affection. To love. يودون من حاد الله ورسوله, who are opposing Allah and His Messenger. وَلَوْ كَانَ, even if they're to be next of kin, the fathers, the sons, their brothers, their families. Right. So which is here the al-mawaddah? That is, يُوَدُّونَ مَنْ حَدَّ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ. Which one? Is it the major kufr or the minor? So if a person, is it لا تجد قوما يؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر? What is this one? Is it for the dunya or for the akhirah?
Akhirah.
Sorry, I'm saying, is it for they love the people of the kuffar because of their shirk, or is it because of the dunya matters?
Sure.
Dunya. So what do you think? So it is not for, okay, right, that's for the dunya. It's called muwalah. It is not the tawalli. It is not the ayah, وَمَنْ يَتَوَلَّهُمْ مِنْكُمْ فَإِنَّهُ مِنْكُمْ. So, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, O you who believe, لَا تَتَّخِذُوا عَدُوِّي وَعَدُوَّكُمْ أَوْلِيَاءَ. Do not take my enemy and your enemy to be awliya. تُلْقُونَ إِلَيْهِمْ بِالْمَوَدَّةِ. You give them love. Is this the love for shirk or for the dunya? Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe, don't take my enemy and your enemy. Awliya. Do you give them the love? Which one is that? Dunya. Because He said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. He called them believers. He called them believers. So this one, we say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had even affirmed for those people who had done this as to be believers. The well-known story, which is the knockout story that Imam Shiekh al-Albani had brought for the people of Takfiri, and because of that story, they left Takfir, except for one. There was a group of people came to the Shiekh al-Albani, and those were, I don't know, 7 or 10 people, all of Takfir, and when they came to the meet with the Sheikh, he meet with them almost 3 days. In his house. And the Sheikh, they were in his house, and first prayer they prayed, he said to them, the Sheikh, you lead, and I'll pray behind you, because I know that you regard me as a kafir, you will not pray behind me. Do you understand that?
No.
So one of them, he said, I don't make takfir upon you, but you make me as what? As a kafir. For them, the Sheikh al-Albani was a kafir. So they ended up, first of all, first salah was that they were the leaders. Second salah, they were leaders. Later on, second day, third day, Sheikh was the leader. That means the what? They accepted him. No, they're Sheikh now. After they made him takfir upon him, he became their Sheikh. And he was their Sheikh. Except for one who had something wrong in his heart. And now he ended up as an atheist. That's why he ended up. And the story is well known, by the way. One of those people, he is one of the great sheikhs these days. That he was upon this manhaj. He's a professor. Okay? And his story is on the internet. If you want to Google it, I don't know if it's been translated into English, but it's in Arabic. Sheikh Dr. Al-Ustad, Professor Faisal Al-Jawabri. He is one of those people who was in those group. He said, we did not pray behind the Sheikh. And then later on, when we been defeated, and that defeat was in that hadith, which I'm going to narrate, Sahih Bukhari wa Muslim, in the story of Hatib ibn Abi Balta'a. Story of Hatib, it is basically before the repossession of Mecca. Prophet ﷺ wanted the element of surprise to be the key for, number one, gaining the victory over the kuffar in Mecca. Number two, to minimize the casualty. He doesn't want to enter Mecca with force. He wants to enter the Mecca with the minimum casualties. That's why. So he doesn't want anyone to know what is happening. For the Muslims, they don't know. So the army is going to march now 10,000. 10,000 move. So imagine 10,000 in the country move. I think the satellite will catch them up, isn't it? Where are they heading, these people? So the 10,000 at that time, if somebody was in the desert, was, group of people, where are they heading? There will be news, take away, sending news, what did they do? So the Prophet actually, instead of heading south, he headed north, with the army. So that anybody would think, oh, he's not going towards Mecca, to the north, opposite. Then when he went to the sea, he went the opposite direction. There was a person called Hatib radiallahu anhu, companion. He had very inferior family, very weak family in Mecca. Those people couldn't really leave. And he's not been like from the big tribes like Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, like Umar radiallahu anhu. He's a small inferior tribe, he's not known, he's not from the Quraysh. He's actually not from the tribes of Quraysh. So he has nobody to support him. So that if the people of Quraysh know about the plan of the Prophet of Allah, they would slay and slaughter his what? Family. It's worried. Family there, they will be slaughtered. That's it. It's finished. And that is why he has nobody to go and send some of his cousins to protect them and all that. He was worried about it. What he did, he wrote a letter, and that's in the in the army terminology, a treason. It's called a treason. Khiyana. He had written a letter to the people of Quraysh, from Hatib to the people of Quraysh. Muhammad is about to attack. That's treason. That's in an army, death penalty. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam about it. Jibreel sallam comes and he tells him about it. So he says to Ali ibn Abi Talib, along with him Al-Miqdad and Abu Marth al-Ghani, three companions, to go and intercept a woman who is heading towards Mecca, and she had a letter with her. And usually the women, they will not be searched. That's why you've given it to a woman. To intercept that woman and get the letter, and he didn't tell them from whom is the letter. He didn't tell them what is in the letter. He just go and he said, there's a letter. So they started straight away. And he said the two intercept her in meadow of Khakh. So he gave them the location. were to intercept her. She will be there. Along with other women, they're going to be traveling. Other people are going to be traveling. So they went to that place and they saw the woman with the description. So they got the description of the place and the description of the woman. They could, that's the woman, because maybe she's the only one there. So they said to her, bring the letter, the book. She said, what letter? They said, bring the letter or we're going to strip you out of your clothes. So she took the letter out because she was scared. So wrapping the hair, the wrapping on the back, plus underneath that was sort of what? The waist belt of hers. Inside, so it's really sort of well secured. They took it from her, didn't do anything to the woman. And then they opened the letter. I didn't think I can read, by the way. It's a scribe, you read and write. Because this is their mission. They went to the Prophet. So he asked for the letter to be read. From Hatib and Al-Letter to the people of Quraysh, Muhammad is about to attack. So they brought Hatib. Always the Prophet is escorted with the companions. So Ali ibn Abi Talib, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, Umar Khattab, Khalid ibn Walid, all these are companions there. So, for verily, Prophet ﷺ, he asked him, what is this, ya Hatib? Umar Khattab, before he answers this, he says, let me kill him. Let me kill him. Let me just cut off the head of this hypocrite. Let me cut off the head of this hypocrite. دعني أضرب عنقه. خلاص, let me get rid of him. So the Prophet said, wait. So Hatib said, لا تعجل علي يا رسول. Do not take wrong decision about me, Messenger of Allah. Well, the Prophet of Allah did not take any wrong assumption. He asked him, why did you do that? So he said to him, verily, Messenger of Allah, I did not do it because I have got some hatred to Islam. I didn't do it because I have love for the shirk. I did it because I'm a person who is not like the ones who are with you. They have tribes to help their families. I don't. I'm a person who's got a family who's not from Quraysh. And if I did this to the people of Quraysh, by writing them a letter, that means I've got a favor I've done for them. This favor will be honored by not harming my family. And I know that Allah will give you the victories, regardless whether my letter is going to reach them. When it reaches them, I know Allah is giving you the victory. So I'm not basically saying that I don't want to give an alibi for them to go and defeat you, because I know Allah is going to give you the win. But this is back to you as a favor. Hatib family we're not going to touch because he had given us this information. He said, لَقَدْ صَدَقَكُمْ. So he said what? He said the what?
He said the truth.
Messenger of Allah, let me kill him. Prophet ﷺ, he said, Ya Umar, O Umar, لا يدريك, you don't know. لعل الله اطلع على قلوب أهل بدر فقال لهم اذهبوا افعلوا ما شئتم فقد غفرت لكم. Maybe Allah looked into the hearts of the people who participated in the Battle of Badr. And He said to them, go and do what you like, for verily I have forgiven you. Where is the point that Sheikh Al-Albani had used as a knockout for Takfiri people? Takfiri people, what do they call this treason? Major or minor kufr?
Major.
Oh, major kufr. No way. There's nothing to do. If you just give to the enemy, you go up to the kuffar too. Okay. So this is a major kufr. So we're going to prove that this is not a major kufr. Regardless whether Hatib ibn Balta'a did it or nobody. This is a major kufr action. But can you know about the heart?
Yeah.
When the Prophet ﷺ, he said to Umar Khattab, you don't know. Maybe Allah said to those people, and He had looked into the heart of those people who participated in the Battle of Badr. He said, do what you like, for I have what? Forgiven you. Right. Do what you like, for I have given you. Do what you like, shirk akbar, and I've forgiven you. I'm asking. No, of course. Do what you like from the Shirk al-Akbar?
لا.
No. Shirk al-Akbar is not forgiven. The ayah says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَغْفِرُ الشِّرْكَ بِهِ. So do what you like as long as it's not what? Shirk Akbar. So this treason was a Shirk Akbar or Asghar? Asghar. Do you understand the knockout here? Because if it's Akbar, it cannot be included. So when Allah's Messenger had said, Allah looked into the hearts of the people who part in the battle and do what you like, including the treason, like this, for I have forgiven to you. But not the Shirk al-Akbar, regardless who had done it. Even the Prophet of Allah. وَلَقَدْ أُوحِيَ إِلَيْكَ, it's been revealed to you, O Prophet, and the ones before you, was better than Muhammad. Of course, Prophet. That if you do shirk, all your deeds will be invalidated. There will never be forgiveness. Do you understand? So, treason, according to those people, takfiri, shirk akbar. According to us, depends. It is shirk asghar, but this is the reason. If there was a reason, like for example, no, he did it because he hated Islam, or he hated the Muslims, in terms of that he wants the shirk to prevail, because he wants the shirk to prevail, then he is a kafir. Do you understand that?
No.
So if you, for example, you find a person that he likes, like when a mushrik and a mu'min, they would fight him, countries or whatever, and he loved for the kuffar to be winners over the Muslims, but not because he wants the shirk to prevail, but because he hates those Muslim people so much, he wanted to be taught a lesson. Do you understand me? That those people are not good. Maybe he's wrong, maybe he's doing haram, but is it Shirk Akbar? No, it's not Shirk Akbar. Only if he loves those kuffar to win over the Muslims, because he wants the shirk to what? To prevail. He doesn't like the shirk, he doesn't like the cow worshipping, but he wants the shirk to prevail. Then that's Shirk Akbar. Is that understood?
No.
Very delicate point between Shirk Akbar and Shirk Asghar. By this, alhamdulillah, we say that it's very important to understand معنى التولي والموالاة. Now, if we have going to be understanding those verses in the Quran, lots of verses, it talks about the tawalli and muwalah. If you understand them properly, then alhamdulillah, you will be able to use them in the right way. Now, but there's something that you need to learn regarding this issue. First, and that is, sometimes you find we need to have leniency when we present Islam to the kuffar, to the disbelievers. So it's incumbent upon us to be hakim, wise, in presenting our deen to the kuffar. So it's not right to say that, oh, we have to present it in a way, you kafir, listen. That's not a way to present the deen. So if I say to him in a nice way, it doesn't mean I love the kufr. No. Okay? It means I am presenting my da'wah. And that is not negating my wala and bara. And that's a very important issue. When we are doing the da'wah, Allah Azza wa Jalla, He says, وَلَا تُجَادِلُوا أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ إِلَّا بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مِنْهُمْ. Do not argue with the people of the book except with the best of words, except for those who are ظَلَمُوا. They are oppressors against you. Well, even if they are Muslims against you, could be as well no good to them. Do you understand me? Not just the disbelievers. If a person was a Muslim be dhulm upon you, you have the right to push that dhulm away. Not to argue with them in a good way, no problem. So only the people who are enemy to you, yes. But as in terms of, because they've got religion different from your religion, no, you have to argue with them in the best of ways. Okay? So, secondly, it is not correct to consider a person who is eating the slaughtering of the people of the book, he's against the wala wal bara. Do you understand that? So if a person had bought his meat from Tesco, which is not halal, doesn't say halal, but he believes that he's been slaughtered and even been stunned, but he's been slaughtered, and he knows that this is a country which is Christian country, and it's halal. So you don't say to him, you kafir brother, how can you eat non-halal meat? You have no wala and bara. Do you understand that? This comes a lot. So this person believes that this is the meat of the people of the book. So he eats it. So it is up to him. Okay, he understands that this. And by the way, if you ask me, all beef and lamb, all of that is to be stunned and slaughtered. And the slaughter of the stunned animal, they've never been dead. All of them alive. So they're stunned, they're all busy, and being slaughtered. It's not correct to do it, but it doesn't make it haram to be eaten. Do you understand me? Unless you've seen that particular sheep already dead, and then they slaughtered it, which is impossible to do that. Meaning that in the law here, as soon as the animal is stunned, straight away they have to slaughter it. They cannot wait. And if the stunned animal is left, he'll go back on his feet. He'll go back on his feet. But you're not allowed to leave it. Why? Because he says it's going to be tortured. Then you'll be waken up after that shock. You're going to be tortured in the animal. You have to slaughter it straight away. And as well, as I said, if he didn't, if he's one, as did not hear him, for example, say in the name of such and such. If you hear him in the name of Jesus, in the name of Joseph, in the name of Moses, in the name of whatever, then it's haram to eat, even if a Muslim did that, you can't eat it. Now, as for the chicken, I want to declare from tonight, as a point as well, regarding the chicken. I had opinion first a long time ago about the chicken, which was the chicken that has been stunned at the beginning when I started here, that when the chicken is dipped into that water, which is the electric water, and then just 12 volts, the chicken, when it's passed from the shackles on that machine, if it goes dipped, it will be back, and then quack, and there's nothing, and then be slaughtered. The chicken, you don't know if it's alive or dead. And then later on, I knew it was, that is to be what? Alive, because it's not allowed to be dead. That was my last fatwa. But now, after reading what had happened since 2008, that the country now, they are shifting to something else regarding the poultry. And that is not stunning, gassing. Now, the chicken which is being sold in Tesco and Asda, they don't tell you. Is it being stunned? It's been stunned halal. Or it's been what? Gassed. If you read about the gas has to be dead. The chicken has to be what? Dead completely. In Europe, in France, 2% of their chicken is to be what? Gassed. In this country, more than 70%. That's why I'm saying to the brothers, regarding the chicken, the only stunned chicken is the one which are in the Islamic halal slaughterhouse. Okay? So HFA, HMC, there's no stunning. HFA, they're stunning. They stun the animal. So the chicken, they stun it. They don't gas. There's nobody gas. So any other than those, HSC, HMC, HFA, I would say 70%, no, don't eat from the chicken of those people. Is that understood? The chicken is not 70%. And when you look, where is the sources for McDonald's? They don't tell you. They don't tell you to take from the gas or not. And the company with the gas one, because I read about it, the brother Jazallah Khairan in one of the cities in Aylesbury, St. Albans, he had actually forwarded me lots of things. I have to keep reading until I'm convinced now that, keep away from the chicken, because the chicken here is gassed. Right. Also to marry a non-Muslim from the people of the book. That's nothing to do with the Wala al-Bara. So a person who had married a Christian woman, a Jewish woman, is no problem. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He made them halal. وَالْمُحْصَنَاتُ مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنَاتِ وَالْمُحْصَنَاتُ مِنَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ. Those who are muhsanat of the people. The muhsanat means here, difference among the scholars. The muhsanat are the ones who are chaste, or are the ones who are virgin. Our Sheikh al-Albani takes it that a woman who is being married before, and you cannot marry her, she has to be virgin if she's one of the people of the book. Other scholars, they said, no, as long as she's chaste, she's not like a harlot, then you're allowed. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. Right, so when a person, he's doing good to the Christian and being nice and all of that, it doesn't mean he's negating his wala wal bara. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. By this, we come to the end of our topic, and we say that the Prophet ﷺ, as a final thing, had integrated and intermingled with the Jews at this time. He had actually accepted the invitation from a Jewish woman. She gave him that poisoned lamb, in which resulted in his death 3 years later. But never mind, he had accepted the gift of the mushrik. And also, we have Imam al-Bukhari made a chapter which is accepting the gift of the mushrik. Okay? So, the Prophet ﷺ, he has been given a number of times some gifts. And he even given some of those clothes that he had taken to Umar al-Khattab as a Muslim. And Umar al-Khattab, the story was actually these are made of silk. And the Prophet of Allah, one day before, he saw him in the market. Prophet said, Umar al-Khattab said, if you buy this, which is the silk for you to put it on, it's good for you. And he said, no, this is the clothes of the people who have no fortune in the hereafter, because it's made of silk. It's not for the men, for us. So when he had later on a present from the mushriks, Prophet of Allah, as silk garments, he had given it to some people, including Umar. When Umar he saw it, he said, oh my God, I've got no portion in the hereafter here. Prophet was given to me, well, what does that happen? So Messenger of Allah, you told me that this is only the people of kuffar can dress up. The people have got no portion in paradise. He said, I didn't give it to you to put it on, I gave it to you to what? Because it was a gift. So he gave it as a gift to his brother from his mother's side, and he was a mushrik. He gave it as a gift from his mother's side, and he was a mushrik. Radiallahu anhu wa arda. If you have any question regarding what you heard, please.
Did you say that if a Muslim man is married to a Christian woman, that he can give her a non-Muslim burial?
Can a Muslim man, question?
Has a wife who dies
Who has a wife who died, she's a non-Muslim. Is it a non-Muslim man?
No, a Muslim man who has a Christian wife.
So has a non-Muslim wife. If the non-Muslim wife, she died, can he give her a burial?
No, I thought you said that it's okay for her to have her own religious burial. Or for him to attend that burial.
I didn't talk about burial today. I didn't talk about burial outside. I don't know where is the burial coming from. But let's just ask something. Ask or clarify maybe. Okay, listen. The person, in terms of burying a non-Muslim, if there's nobody to bury him, we are allowed to bury him. So Ali ibn Abi Talib, Prophet of Allah, had asked him to bury his father. And his father is the uncle of the Prophet. Prophet of Allah did not go and participate in the burial. But he told Ali, because he's his son, go and bury him, and that's it. So he buried him, but he did not participate in any rituals. So he's not allowed to go and participate in prayers or walk into the janazah or all that. Just he buried him, and that's it.
So you couldn't actually pay for that? You couldn't pay for that ceremony? Like even if you didn't go to it?
She's your wife and nobody has to be paid. Yes, I will pay for the sake of the burial. I will only pay for the burial. I'm not going to pay for the whatever they're going to do as a party. You know, they do a party, a big party. There's a party goes on. Different type of party what it is. You know that there is celebrations. You know that, for example, in Mexico, they celebrate the dead. You know that. They've got a celebration for the dead. They go like with skeleton, okay, and start walking with each other. You know that? Skeleton dresses, and I've seen it. They've got even in Spain, I stayed there as well. So there's almost every 2 weeks there's a party, there's a festival on the street. There's tomatoes, you know, there's tomato day. Bring lots of tomatoes, smashed tomatoes on the road. oranges as well, bulls. Oh, I witnessed 2 bulls fights. I was in a village and they just released the bulls to go in the village. So if you don't want a part of it, you have to go inside the house. Otherwise, you're going to go inside the street because the street's really, the alleys are really narrow. So you're going to miss the bull by what? By inches. So either going to be a suicide and go enjoy it. They say enjoy it. What sort of enjoyment is this? And then they finally kill the bull later on with a torture. I don't know. I wonder where is the mercy that they're talking about for the animal? Where is the mercy? Where is the mercy when they find the torture of animals? Or to be fair as well, I mean, in most of European countries they want to ban it. You know that. Now.
You see, Allah says you're not forgiven anything except for shirk. And how some they say even minor shirk. What does that mean?
Even the minor shirk, this is Shiekh al-Islam to me and other scholars, where it means that basically the minor shirk, it will not be forgiven, but it will not take you outside the fold of Islam. You have to understand that. Meaning it will not be forgiven, you're going to be punished for it. It's not going to be under the will of Allah Azza wa Jal, where He might forgive you. No. You're going to be punished for it, but after that you're going to be put in paradise. So the difference is between the other ones and this. The other one, they say it's under the will. He might forgive you even as a minor shirk, but this one will not be forgiven. But both they are in agreement that they will go to paradise. Whereas the Shirk al-Akbar, no forgiveness and no paradise. No. Further.
You gave an example about the lesser kufr. You said the most. You said I didn't catch all of it. You said about the mushrikeen and the Muslims if they was fighting, and you gave that example about the lesser kufr. But I didn't catch all of it.
Lesser kufr, I didn't say the word lesser kufr again. It's like it reminds me of the brother's burial. Lesser kufr. Well, let me as well clarify a point. Maybe
about the treason and
I said, yes, okay. So I said, basically, that there is major kufr and there is kufr which is not major. So when the leader, let's say, rules by other than the laws of Allah, is this an action considered equivalent to throwing the Quran in the bin? Do you understand what I'm saying? A leader who is ruling by the what? Other laws. Is it equivalent to throwing the Quran in the bin? No. Why? Because the throwing the Quran in the bin, okay, is one of these acts that will oppose Iman from all directions. There's no get away with it. All I have to know is, does he know the Quran? Maybe he thinks it's a Harry Potter book. He doesn't know Quran. Do you understand? He knows Harry Potter. Does he intentionally want to throw it? Or he did like this and it fell from his hand? So do you understand? Did he do it with his consent, or somebody is putting a gun towards him? Throw that, or I'll kill you. If that is it. But other than that, so if I see, for example, he knows, by the way, brother, this is a Quran. He's holding it. By the way, it's a Quran. Even if he doesn't talk, even if he doesn't say anything, it's Quran. And then he did like this, or he read on top of it, he's kafir straight away. I'm not going to say, maybe he doesn't need it. Khalas, he said, he done it. Whereas the other one, who he ruled by the laws of Allah. This is from the actions, even though it looks major. Ibn Abbas says, Kufrun duna kufr. Kufr, listen, this is not the kufr that you think about. Because ruling by the laws of Allah, there is more than a category in it. Just like making an oath by other than Allah. There's more than a category in it. He said, by other than Allah, by my father, that's kufr. But is it major kufr? If I intended my father is equal to Allah or more than Allah, then it's kafir. But just simply because I said that, I'm going to be outside the fold. This brother, go and wash yourself, make it Muslim, khalas, you're a kafir. Return to Islam now from the beginning. Same thing with the leader. The leader, either when he rules by other than the laws of Allah, So if he believes, never mind ruling, never mind ruling, if he believes that the man-made law is equal to the laws of Allah, he's what? Kafir. Even without even ruling, doesn't matter ruling or not ruling, just believes. It's a belief, it's all it to believe. If he believes that the man-made law is better than the laws of Allah, then he is kafir. If he believes man-made law is not as good as the laws of Allah, the laws of Allah is better, but he is a kafir. Do you understand that? He believes Allah's law is better than man-made law, but he's got a choice. He believes there's a choice, the kafir. Look at that. If he believes that Allah's law is better, but it's not fit for this time, he's a kafir. Do you understand that? It's old. I believe it a lot, but it's not really fitting for this time. He's a kafir. But if he believes the laws of Allah is better, and he rules by laws of man, because ta'wil, wrong interpretation, or because of dunya, he's scared. If he rules by the laws of Allah, America's going to take the chair from underneath him now. I'll be like, no king. Do you understand me? That's it. You know that if you rules by the laws of Allah, you're not going to stay long for the chair. You're not going to stay long for the chair. No way. Throw him out. Khalas. Let me take it away. You're going to have somebody who's, mlahlah. Mlahlah means like, it doesn't matter, this and this. Okay, so this is why they are having now a war against Salafiyah. And this war is Ibn Taymiyyah. Their target now. This Ibn Taymiyyah's version of Islam, we don't want it because he goes you back to Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman. We want madhahib. Shafi, whether you're Hanafi. So when we have madhahib now, brother, you are Shafi, I can't pray behind you. Can't. Shafi cannot pray behind Hanafi. And Hanafi cannot pray behind Shafi. Because it's different. Because if the Hanafi kissed his wife, for him it's no problem. For the Shafi, if he kissed your wife, you have to make wudu. So if that Shafi saw that Hanafi now kissed his wife, I'm not going to pray behind him. His prayer is invalid. Because his wudu is invalid. And the vice versa here, if this Hanafi is not an imam, but he saw the Shafi imam is cut in his finger, for the Shafi is no problem. But for the Hanafi blood, he will not pray by that. Like that imam. Because that imam is invalid. Look at that. That's how it's going to be. 70, 80 years ago, there were 4 prayers in the haram. For each prayer, there's a 4 prayer. Dhuhr, Asr, 4 Jama'ah. Maghrib, 4 Jama'ah. Isha, 4 Jama'ah. Fajr, 4 Jama'ah. Yeah. Because nobody prayed behind another person. So you'll have the corner of the Shafi'i, the corner of the Hanafi, the corner of the Maliki, the corner, 4 deens. We're not going to be nothing like that. We are followers of all of them. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they followed Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And if the imams were behind each other till his death today, all of them would pray behind one another. All of them. They will not say, oh, my deen is better. It's only one deen. So, you're going to be like what the Prophet said, Al-Qabidu ala deenih kal-Qabidu ala jannah. The one who is holding to his deen is like he's holding to a burning coal. These are the days now. It's going to be even worse when we come to this education matter. Very soon, even for the English people, they're against it. This is being imposed upon them. The parental thing that's been taken away from them. They want to teach the children the way they want the government, not the way their parents want. So we're going to be left. You're going to have homeschooling. Homeschooling. They see the people are taking the children away and homeschooling. They're going to say no homeschooling. That's another stage. No homeschooling. So Allah musta'an. ففروا إلى الله. وسبحانك اللهم وبحمدك لا نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. جزاك الله خيرا.
I'll definitely say, I'll tell you, that is good. Very good. But I want the IS for, I want to be impressed with the IS. Very good. At least, you'll be next to me as a last. You'll be initially there.
Get rewards.
هو اللي جاب ده مرتين مش واحده. سرقوا كثير اشياء من هنا صح كثير بعد المسجد اللي جوا صح سرقوا سرقوا